Hey y'all, it's Eva Ruth, and lately I've been reaching for my Doer jeans. While they look just as good as your favorite pair of jeans, they are 5 times stretchier than normal denim, so I'm comfortable wearing them while I'm running around. So go now to shopdoer.com/ccaustin and get yourself a pair. You can get 15% off your first order. And don't forget, check out their Black Friday sale from November 28th to December 1st. That's shopdoer.com/ccaustin.
Have y'all seen these projections of Elon Musk's images on buildings lately, or the inflatable animals having a dance party outside of his shareholders' meetings? Today on CityCast Austin, we're talking to members of a coalition here that have been protesting Musk's local business dealings in the most Austin way possible. But the question is, what do they really want? It's Tuesday, November 25th. I'm Nikki Devon, and this is what Austin's talking about. Hello, I am here with Sordy, head of the street team for FAFO 512 Collective. What's up, Sordy?
Hey, Nikki.
And I'm here with Mimi Lynn, head of government hounds for the FAFO 512 Collective. What's up, Mimi?
Hello, how you doing?
Thanks for being here, y'all.
Thank you.
So Elon Musk is one of the world's richest people and our neighbor, supposedly. He's also done some great things like kickstart the EV industry and EV being electric vehicle, and provide satellite internet to remote places. Why do Austinites dislike him so much, do you think?
Austin's really become ground zero against unchecked corporate power with Elon. We work with gigafactory whistleblowers, tech workers, families that have been just crushed by unsafe practices of Elon Musk's. And, we really are all standing united and trying to get a grip on that and get some democracy back in this town.
I don't think anybody is actually not feeling some type of effect from what he's done in terms of like on the Doge level. I think that reverberates all the way to Austin and to our coffers and to our social services.
Yeah, those are two very very well thought out answers. I just don't like him just because his face is weird. His face is weird and I hate those cars. So recently in Austin, we've seen a few interesting actions, right? Like people in an inflatable frog costume protesting outside of a Tesla shareholder meeting.
What?
Projections on a downtown building of a video of a dog vomiting and the words, "Elon smells like farts." And my personal favorite, Elon doing the salute, which was all over my social media for the past 2 weeks, and I'm super into it. The anti-Musk messages on text dot signs, like all of it, my pettiness is being fed. Y'all got any ideas on what's behind these actions?
Oh, it's so weird. Signs?
I know, right?
Projections?
That's craziness.
People must be really pissed about what Elon's doing.
Yeah.
It's almost like they were really fed up with all of the things that have been going on and, are trying to keep Austin weird instead of keep Austin crypto, bro,
It makes me wonder if people aren't really frustrated with the democratic process, that they would, be out there in the streets just trying to get a message out any way they can because elected officials are maybe being corrupted by the influence of like a special little guy that's in our backyard. I don't know. I'm just asking questions.
We're just throwing spaghetti at the wall. We're spitballing. We're spitballing.
Who knows?
I do want to say it is very Austin. It is like I just remember seeing the video of him on the side of the building doing the salute and I was like, yup. That is absolutely something I would see in my city. I am not confused by that at all. I'm like, yup. I like it.
He did it, we just they just made it big and put it on the side of a building.
Exactly.
He's making the content.
Just in case someone didn't see it. Just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case. So y'all are part of the FAFO 512 collective, which is connected with Tesla Takedown Austin. And that is a part of a national movement, which started in February as Elon Musk's involvement in the federal government, like you said, Doge, grew. And now that he's out and back at work in Austin, is that not like mission accomplished for the group?
Well, Doge hasn't ended in a lot of states, especially Texas. We've got Texas Doge happening now. And so there's that aspect of it. Everyone's got their own local robber baron that they got to keep tabs on. And Austin's just happens to be the one that everybody hated for a minute there. All eyes were on him during the beginning of the Tesla takedown. Unfortunately, the folks of Austin have an ongoing responsibility to, shine a spotlight on his actions. And, he continues to have way too much influence over, which candidates he can buy and therefore our political system. So, we got to keep babysitting him. And that's kind of part of what Tesla Takedown's about.
I guess everybody is really quick to forget what he was responsible for. How many people's lives were ruined, how much we've been set back in terms of research and the funding that was cut. And, not only that, but all of the gross inflation of all of these, like, just untruths. We're still pissed, we're still very much pissed. Mm-hmm. And so, we're here to continuously bully him, and to get him out of Austin,
And so what do you have to say? Some people think that the government had some fat that needed to be trimmed and that Musk was brought along essentially to do that. And that's what he was doing. I'm curious how you respond to that idea that in some way he did exactly what the government asked him to do, and that's trim the fat.
I think these things were not true. It's a pattern for him is to inflate. He just inflames like these untruths. So, the other piece of that is how much did he actually mess up to the point of, having to rehire all of these workers, all of that career and institutionalized knowledge that's gone. And, maybe there was, some places where we could have cut, but he definitely needs to be held accountable. And that's just something that rich white men don't ever do. They're never held accountable.
True.
And bringing it back to Austin, even, I mean, look at the Doge cuts right here at UT, right? They cut birth defects research. They cut early biomarkers for autism research. They cut the McClellan lab, which was partially responsible for ending the COVID pandemic, but with their contributions to the COVID vaccine. They have not, you could not look at the cuts that were made to our world-class research institution here and say that that was fat in any way. They're crippling, the biomedical research world, basically, not just on a global level with the contributions that we make from right here in Austin. And that's one of the things that makes Austin a place that people come and want to live. And, why we attract luminary researchers and folks with the big ideas that are world changing. That's not cutting fat, right? That's right. What are we doing? That makes no sense. A lot of the cuts have been restored.
It seems like him and a lot of people in charge right now, they do things because they can. It's just a show of power. They don't even think about the repercussions or what it could mean for them or anybody else. It's just like, look at this thing that I did because I'm so powerful, I'm so rich. And they're like little kids on a playground. It's really, it's really shitty to be a part of and watch. But specifically, here in Austin, like Musk's footprint is huge here, right? Gigafactory, Tesla headquarters, and the Boring Company, and Starlink, which is nearby in Bastrop. Like all of this crap is essentially in our backyard. So Tesla takedown here also involves, Musk's interaction with local governments too. It's not just, on the national federal level. Travis County gave Tesla a 20-year rebate deal that would give the company millions in rebates in exchange for employing local residents and other things. The FAFO 512 Collective has brought this contract up before with Travis County Commissioner's Court multiple times. What is the big concern with this rebate program, and where are we 5 years into it? 5 years into this, where are we?
Ugh. Barf City, that's where we are. It's just the barfiest process. You see Judge Andy Brown out there helping the community, preventing wildfires, getting his hands on things that are important to people. At the same time, we have this insane contract with this tax rebate contract with the richest man in the world, just hoarding wealth. Most people come to Austin, they're like, yeah, let me get in the mix here and be an Austinite. No, Elon came here and he was like, I'm the worst house guest ever. I'm going to put my feet up on the sofa. I'm going to leave my dishes in your sink.
I want to dig a tunnel under your city.
I want to dig a tunnel. Like, no, bro. But so this contract has been in progress for 5 years, and he's broken multiple labor and environmental laws and upended a lot of things, including just like roads and traffic in the Far East community of Austin. And the deal does not make sense. The deal is bad. I think that our representatives, can see that, and that's why the process has been ongoing for so long. They are taking the compliance process very seriously. However, we can't get any answers about that. We can't see any data. We visit the county commissioners. We ask for an update and a timeline on the compliance process. And at what point do you cancel the contract because he's not keeping up his end of the deal? And we get, these very vague, very it's ongoing and we can't. What are we doing? Come on. This is Austin. This is a progressive city. We don't do business like that. And so we're still trying to get answers about it. We don't know what's going on. It's a bad deal. And it's time to shine a light on that. And that's what we've been trying to do.
Y'all, I finally got my bubble cuddle blanket from Cozy Earth, and I am obsessed. Now, the first thing I have to tell you is how soft it is. The distinctively textured bubble design and ultra soft faux fur is heaven, and it doesn't shed. It's perfect for snuggling up with my boo for movie night or just to add a touch of luxury to my living room. And the holidays are coming up, and I'm a person that likes to give gifts that instantly become someone's favorite, a gift that they just can't stop using, and this blanket is that gift, especially for someone that loves a little cozy moment. Plus, you're in luck. Black Friday has come early at Cozy Earth, and right now you can stack my code, Cozy Austin, on top of their statewide sale, giving you up to 40% off in savings. These deals won't last, so start your holiday shopping today. And if you get a post-purchase survey, be sure to mention that you heard about Cozy Earth right here. So I talked to Judge Andy Brown about this recently, and he said, same thing. It's under compliance review, and that so far, no money has been rebated to Tesla. Now, he wouldn't say how long that's going to take, but so far, Musk has not been given a dime. Are you encouraged at all by the fact that no money has been paid so far?
I think that they have acknowledged that there's something wrong, right? We don't have the criteria. We don't have the specifics, and the language doesn't even provide for us to hold them accountable. So them not having the rebate right now may seem like a victory on its face right now. However, what does it look like when they, just pencil push out a report, a week from now that says, we're fantastic, we did everything?
Yeah, we talked with Commissioner Gomez yesterday in a meeting. And, she described the process, which we've seen through some open records requests of back and forth emails between the county and Tesla. that, they're basically trying to renegotiate the terms of this contract, and slow walking this process where you have the county on one hand saying, well, we need reports about this, and Tesla saying, what? Hold on, give us another few months, or
Wow.
providing impartial information. And so at what point do you just go, this, there are rules, and they're really simple, basic rules, It's like, don't break the laws, treat your workers fairly, make sure that you're not frying electricians accidentally. There are worker deaths. Victor Joe Gomez was killed at the Gigafactory. And the fines are like 50 grand.
That's it?
50 grand. 50 grand for somebody's life. Yeah. You're not following the rules. And, it's been 5 years you've had to comply.
I mean, listen, I've never had a job that has let me
Right?
take 5 years to get my shit together.
Exactly.
Ever.
Exactly.
Ever.
It's like, you fired.
I've never had that kind of runway, ever.
Yeah.
And not only that, but it's like all of the pieces about being a good neighbor and being a good community steward. None of the things that he has promised have come to a fruition for the community surrounding Hornsby Bend. And just coming back from their community meeting last week, it's very clear that the community has significant grievances with Tesla, and that Tesla is not cooperating, not keeping up their end of the deal. They're sending the rockets to space, but they can't get their community another way out in case of a flood or a wildfire. They promised a Harold Green extension that was going to assist their community with the increase in traffic and with egress. And this was promised years ago when the Gigafactory was going to be built. Has not been done. At the meeting last week, they told me it was going to take another 2 years to even break ground. They were promised environmental parks. They were promised, additional infrastructure, and Tesla has not upheld their end of the deal yet. They've really been taken for a ride, and so they see the same things that people in Fremont saw. They see the same things that happened in Memphis. They see the same things that happened in Buffalo. And unfortunately, what's happening down in South Texas as well. It's all the same formula. He shows up, he harvests all our resources, he gets in trouble, they try to hold him accountable, and then he bails.
Yeah, he takes his toys and goes home.
And in the meantime, look at what's going on with us. We've got, proposed property tax increases. People are struggling. Their shortfalls in the budget all over the place. Why are we haggling with a trillionaire, over small change for him?
Yeah, for him.
For him, small change. For the city, a huge, millions of dollars is huge.
Yep.
We need a better bullshit detector, with these promises. It's like Andy Brown's very concerned about wildfires in this area. And like I said, he's out there talking about burn bans and making sure that everybody's safe. Those folks can't get out if there's a wildfire,
Oh, my mom lives out there, and a couple of my really good friends live out there.
I'm sorry to hear that, because it's dangerous. Yeah.
It's an issue.
And again, richest man in the world, trillionaire, as of, his new pay package that just passed at the annual general meeting here. It's trillionaire.
Crazy.
Finish the damn road. Finish the road. Come on. Let the people, get their ambulances get through. Let people, be safe just going to work at school. We're not asking for him to build Elon Musk to build libraries or anything that the wealthy of yore did. We're just asking for
Children's
him to do
hospital.
Yeah, God forbid. No, we're talking about basic stuff. Finish the road you said you would build as part of the deal. Come on.
And, just to note, we did reach out to Tesla with some questions about their end of the tax rebate deal, but they didn't respond. So my consistent concern with Elon Musk is that, and what he keeps showing is that we are so far under his radar. We're so far under his radar, yet he is, to your point, it's such a great term. He is just mining us for resources that he doesn't, it's like faceless, you know what I mean? Like he's not worried. He's not concerned about citizens. So another way that Austinites interact with Musk is through his fleet of robo-taxis, these autonomous vehicles. They've been driving around the city since June. We've all seen the video of the kids trying to get across the street, the fake dummy kids getting dragged by the robo-taxi. Do we know if there have been any local safety incidents with these robotaxis?
Oh yeah, there's a whole tracker of safety incidences on the city's website. They're
Really?
definitely, yes, and the rate at which the full self-driving software, quote unquote full self-driving software of Tesla's fails compared to other similar technologies is exorbitant. It's not road ready. That's a site we've got, no, notroadready.com. All the details, can be found there. And yeah, we don't want to be guinea pigs for all that.
Yeah, the robo taxis are just all hype, and no lidar, no equipment that competitors who have a pretty good track record have. He's just relying on his shitty little cameras, and that just fails in comparison. I think that there have been several YouTube videos and creators who have literally put up like a picture of a road. And because there's no LiDAR equipment or technologies, the car just goes straight through the picture of the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it can be tricked by several different factors. I mean, rain, water. I mean, without the additional sensors and technologies, it's just relying on some shitty little cameras.
And the data, again, with the transparency issues, Tesla's delayed reporting critical crash data, and even regulators, are chomping at the bit for them to fully report their crash data.
The robo-taxis, first of all, I'm not trying to be funny, and this is not to talk shit to anybody that has used a robo-taxi, but you can pay me to get one of those things. They don't look safe. They don't look, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, you're right. I mean, because when you see Waymos, they've got that, big honking thing on top. That's radar, it's LiDAR. That is technology that Tesla robo-taxis don't have, I mean.
Exactly.
Get in the one that has the tested technology, the crash data to show its safety at least, and, the things that make sure that you're going to get from point A to point B.
So here's the thing. So like we have more data on Waymo right now because Waymo has been here longer. They have more cars on the road. They've been doing the work longer. So if you go on the site right now, it'll say that Waymo has had more collision or more issues than the robotaxis have, right? But I think it's because Waymo has done the thing. Waymo has done the thing to figure stuff out. I remember the first time I went in my old job, I went and just did a tour of a Waymo car, and they took us around. They showed us every little tiny camera, every little radar, every LiDAR, every little thing that makes all of the bells and whistles run on the Waymos. And I left that tour, that introduction to the Waymo thinking, okay, like, I would never get in one because I'm superstitious and an old lady like that. But like, I can see how this would work. I could see, because there have definitely been times I've gotten into Lyfts or I've gotten into Ubers and I have not felt safe. I've not, you know what I mean? Like I've had to do, especially as a woman, I've been like, okay, this might have been a bad day for me to take a Lyft, right? And so I can see why it's necessary. And I understand that like, this is the next thing that's happening. I get it, right? What I don't understand is why anybody would get into one without having all that knowledge of why it works and how it works. Like, I need to see it. It helps me when I see a Waymo that I see all that shit. It just helps me because I'm like, science is happening. I'm just like, science is happening. You know, they could totally fool me. It could be nothing. It could be aesthetic. It doesn't matter. It works for me, bitch. It looks like science is happening, and that helps me. That helps me feel a little more secure.
100%. And aside from the technology, just look at the profiteering that's going on with the robotaxi. A lot of people on Wall Street think Tesla's robotaxi success is the key to Tesla's long-term success. And given the overall decline in Tesla's business, investors are betting that the robotaxi is going to scale, become popular enough to overcome the decline in car sales. So Wall Street's watching and waiting to see if they can even remove their safety monitors from the robotaxis and during this robotaxi pilot and start operating truly driverlessly. So they're very motivated to move to this stage. and get those safety monitors out. Now, is that the situation you want to put yourself into, get into that car where it's somebody's really betting that they can really push this technology so that they can make money?
Crossing their fingers.
Right? Girl, you're safer in the creeper Uber than
Seriously,
in that situation. If the driver monitors are removed, the stock would skyrocket based on that. So does that matter to you? No, you want to make sure that it's going to see stop signs. It's going to stop for buses. It's going to do what it's supposed to do. It's basic stuff. And it's not about, this guy's quest to become the biggest deal in the world. It's about, am I going to get from A to B?
I always ask a nosy question. I'm curious. So, I have seen a couple of times where people will have a Tesla, not the Cybertruck, but they'll just have like a regular little Tesla, and there'll be a sticker on it that's like, I bought this before Elon, or like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, and I think it's because, we've seen kind of like a rise of people vandalizing Teslas, specifically vandalizing Cybertrucks for sure. Sometimes in my brain, I compartmentalize the regular Teslas and the Cybertrucks. For some reason.
Because they're fugly?
Yeah, and it's sending a really specific message. I mean, the Cybertruck in itself, to me, looks aggressive. Like, it's just like an aggressive, ugly car, right? But then I'll see a Tesla, and I'm like, oh, that's a cute little car. I can't figure out how to get into it half the time, but that is a cute car. I can appreciate that it's a cute car. And so I'm curious if you guys are seeing, because I'm seeing more Cybertrucks in Austin daily.
Really?
And it feels to me,
there goes the neighborhood.
That's what I'm going into. The regular Tesla cars blend in. They blend in a little bit to me. But a Cybertruck is a statement. To me, it's a statement. And I'm seeing that statement being made a lot in Austin.
And let's also be real. Like, Elon did not invent a lot of the tech and a lot of the good things that made Tesla. People use Tesla for, a slew of different reasons. I mean, even one of those is, some people with disabilities, favor Teslas for all of their adaptive tech. And we all think that that's awesome. We do feel for the people who, are stuck with their Tesla. I mean, we even had a debadging event where we assisted with popping off the emblems of the Tesla. We allowed people to use different brandings. I think some people chose Bentley.
Nice.
Mustang. Yeah.
Mustang.
Mini Cooper.
Nice.
Yeah, Mini Cooper, Kia. We think that that's funny. Our beef is not with Tesla drivers. Our beef is definitely with Elon, and definitely trying to get it out from underneath him.
Yeah, and here's my thing, Nikki. Look, Austin is like a great tradition of like badass outlaws, right? Like that's awesome. And here comes Elon, the least cool outlaw of all time, the biggest friggin' dork of an outlaw, Like, he is not a cool symbol.
But Mimi, you didn't see his photo shoot? You didn't see his cool cowboy photo shoot?
Oh,
come
Lord.
on.
Gross.
Check, please. Check, please.
Gross.
Ain't nobody got time for that. I mean, come on, give me Willie Nelson. We got like the coolest outlaw tradition here.
Yeah.
This guy comes along, you just don't fit in, man. You don't fit in with the vibe. Read the room. Austin
He's not like us.
He is not like us, girl.
So is there anything else we should be aware of and watching here in Austin? Like, when it comes to Tesla and Elon, what should Austinites be paying attention to right now?
Well, as far as the robo-taxis, we want to ask regulators to just pause the pilot until Tesla's current software can be assessed under the new laws. And with the tax rebate situation, we're keeping an eye on that because the public pressure is so important. It's chump change to Elon. It makes a huge difference for this city.
If this is a county tax rebate, what's the connection to the city?
There's a city connection in that, the county services are important to the people of the city. And also where there's a budget shortfall in the city, the county can sometimes, with the county budget, create stopgap measures and come to the aid of anything that's experiencing a shortfall in different ways. And also like the gigafactories just outside the city limits, for a reason, so that county officials are the ones doing the oversight. But ultimately, it's the people of the city of Austin he's still not like one of the number one employers of people who live in Austin. And got our county officials ear right now. We've got to continue to tell them and support them when they come at Tesla. Like, they need to have their constituents at their back saying, yeah, we're paying attention to this too. We care who our big employers are in the city. We care about, safe jobs in the city. And we're not going to give out free money if you're going to come here and, create trash jobs and trash technology. So we just hope that, Austin folks, being the cool cats that they are, will be hip to that. And we'll continue to pay attention and keep the pressure on so that we're not giving handouts to the world's worst house guest and dorkiest outlaw.
And to heed the warning of the communities that have dealt with him beforehand. I mean, at the meeting that I was at last week, the community is just grappling with this ever-growing industrialization. And they learned at our meeting also that there's going to be an even larger company moving in north of the airport as well. That's just separate from all the expansions that they're going to be seeing under Musk there. So, it's just very important to pay attention to what's going on, what kind of pollutants that we're going to be looking at, and our water. Our water is such a huge deal here. And, seeing that 3,000 gallons of untreated wastewater was released into our waterway. I mean, that should be huge, and it should be something that people are paying attention to and holding these huge companies accountable. I mean, just all of these things that they can do to move mountains for their shareholders at the end of the day. They need to be doing that for their neighbors. They need to be good stewards.
Law and order, it's basic stuff.
Yeah. Well, Mimi, Sorty, thank you so much for being on and talking to me about this.
Thank you.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it's great to talk to you.
I'm going to encourage everybody that's listening to keep your eye out for, any more fun things that might be coming down the pipe or been illuminated on the sides of buildings.
I have a feeling, there's more where that came from.
I have a feeling too.
Yeah. Just as my spidey senses are telling me, keep an eye out.
That's all for today here on CityCast Austin. You can find links to the stories we discussed at FAFO 512's information in our show notes. And if you enjoyed the show, tell your friends, rate our show, leave us a review, and of course, subscribe to our Hey Austin newsletter. And if you really, really love us, we'd love for you to support us by becoming a neighbor today. Go on over to membership.citycast.fm to find out more. We'll be back tomorrow morning with a special holiday episode before taking off for Thanksgiving. Bye, y'all.